Hello Internet, this is LordMaddog and I'm coming at you today with another SOULSLIKE project tutorial, or game in a box tutorial. Alright, so we're going to talk about the bonfire today, and basically a teleportation stone and how to set it up and how to do that properly. Alright, so let's just jump right on into it. I need to exit that. There we go. Whoops. I don't know what happened there. It teleported me away. Some little bit of epic problems. There we are. Come over here. Let's talk about the bonfire. All right. First thing to note, it's going to be really easy to change out the static mesh and the particles you want for your bonfire. Just that's a good thing to know. It's very easy to do. Okay. And so if you have your bonfire look anything like the way you want right now, we're going to keep the way it is because I like the way it looks and I've set up everything around it. Okay, now we're going to talk about setting up a new one and how to set up your things so teleportation travel works properly, and when you teleport, how to make sure the NPCs spawn properly afterwards, because if you don't set up a certain thing for the NPCs to spawn properly, then the NPCs won't spawn, because each one of these things has a trigger on how the NPCs spawn. So we're going to go ahead and set up a new one right over here. We're going to hit this and we're going to open up hit Control B to bring it up. I've already set up a little area here, done a little test and made sure everything will work out fine. Here we go. Whoops. Having a little bit glitches here. Jumping all over the place. We're going to turn this. We're going to set it right. Yep. I guess that's pretty good. Set a little bit in the snow. There we go. Like it's been snowed on a bit. There we go. Okay, now let's set it up. We got down over here, we got the name of the place. We're going to call it Arena. Arena. Oops. Arena. There we go. We're going to give it a description. Arena of Icy Death. All right. And it's already got the frozen name saved. We're going to need to get our picture, so we're going to just scoot back up over here. See if we can find a kind of a nice picture area. Let's go ahead and come down here, save the screenshot location. Let's see if that looks good. It'll spawn a screenshot here. Let's check that out. That looks like a pretty good screenshot. I don't know about you guys. I think that looks good. All right, that's exactly what we're after. So once we got that, we now need to open up where it needs to go. Wish you could just save it directly into the location with the screenshot setup, but you cannot. It's not possible to save files through screenshot systems into the set in the render up system, and that wasn't well worth it. So we're just going to open up. We're going to open show in Explorer. All right. We're going to put this down. We're going to open our screenshot file where we had it again. And we're just going to drag and drop this in there. Make sure that it is imported properly. Yes, it imports properly. And now it's part of our system. We can come over to our main one, the one we're working on, and type Arena. And there it is. That is now the new texture for it. And we're halfway there. Kind of. The next thing we need to do is to have a spawn spot, and we can do that by coming into our blueprints, actors, and I think the spawn spot is a utility. Let's see here. Spawn spot. Spawn point. Here it is. Is that, nope, that's not it. No, that's one. That's the other thing. We'll be needing this later. I'll talk about a little later. No, that's not the one. Sometimes it's just easier to go get one that's already in the world. Yep, I think I'm going to go ahead and get one in the world already and just make a duplicate of it, because sometimes I can't remember exactly where everything's at. Okay, yes, it's the spawn teleportation location. We're going to hold Alt, bring it over to duplicate it, and we're just going to drag and drop it all the way over here. I'm pretty sure it's in the utility is just sometimes trying to find exactly where things are at. It's easier just to go through the finding them in the world, and then instead of the what's it called, container, the content drawer. Here we are. We're going to drag that right here. Okay, so this is where the player will spawn when he dies, or if he saves and load. Right now I don't have the save and load set up for saving load with last location. You will have to do that when you do that on the system here. Okay, so because it really depends on how people want. Sometimes they want to be able to spawn at the beginning of the area, and sometimes they spawn at it. So just let the player figure out how to which ones, and you'll just save the last bit solid spawn pot and save that. Okay, so this thing here needs to be connected up to the level blueprint thingy. Because when you spawn on it, it'll automatically make sure this one's the one that's currently selected and the one you're currently using. And this one also needs to be tied to it as well. So you need some vice versa. There we go. We're now both connected together. And as you see here, it automatically updated my location area. Now we're almost done. Very close. The next thing we need to do is to set up for when NPCs spawn. So when so there's triggers for NPCs to spawn. See this thing here? This trigger here spawns these NPCs over here. Yeah, that could be a pain. I mean, not a pain. I mean, that's a good thing because that enables you to make sure that you don't have too many NPCs spawned at once, and you don't have to worry about performance drops, because the more NPCs you have spawned, sometimes the more FPS you lose. All right, so there's this one here. This thing is connected to 3 triggers, 1, 2, and a third one right here. This one here. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this one has 4 spawn triggers that it's moving around when you touch it. Okay, so we're gonna move this one here to be, and this is only a temporary move, so we can get its location and set it up just perfectly and know exactly how we want it to work. We're going to grab this. We're going to put it over here. All right. Make sure we have it exactly where we want it. There we go. We're going to get current transformation. We're going to copy this. We're going to come right here, and we're going to come down here and spawn trigger transform. We're going to hit add one. We're going to add this one. We're going to use the little sampler to spawn trigger 3, and then we're going to paste the transform we have now. So, paste. Boom! And now we're done. We just have to move this sucker back to where it was at, and that is a little bit of a more of an annoying thing, because if I hit undo, it'll just not go there, and you can't exactly copy and paste the file. So, but we're just going to make sure we're going to grab spawn trigger 3's location right here, transform. We're going to grab its location, copy, and you would since I didn't scale it, I don't have to replace its scaling location, but we can just come up here, hit paste, and it'll go back to where it was at. Now, we don't necessarily need to do that because we already have it saved, but I find it really easy if you end up wanting to add more spawn locations. You always kind of want it where it's at the starting spot. All right, so with that done, I think we are actually capable to set everything up. We're going to go ahead and hit save on everything that's been moved around. We have the arena set up, and we have the spawns location set up. So we're going to hit play. There we are. We will walk right up to this thing. And we see here, we can travel. We have arena is a new icy area. Okay, no, that's because I had arena. All right. It saved the last time. I basically, I need to load the last autosave to get, because I tested this beforehand. All right. Here, let's load this one. All right. Sorry about that, because I had to make sure I tested everything, get everything good. So right here, we see right now we do not have the icy area unlocked. We run through here. We'll just skip the enemies here. Don't need to fight them. Open the door. Come on, hurry, hurry. Now, when you touch a bonfire or whatever you want to call it, teleportation stones, it automatically kills all NPCs in the world. You see they're despawn, close, and that's so you don't have FPS loss. So since I have this set up properly, there we are, an arena of icy death, and we can teleport to different areas. Main hall, we could teleport there, and then come right back. Teleport, arena, and we have it all set up perfectly fine. And let's come over here and make sure the enemies actually spawn. right there. We had a little bit. I'm pretty sure they spawned. There. Yep. And we are done. We're done setting up the, I guess bonfire. I guess is what you call it. I call it teleportation, or status menu, level up menu. That's the level up statue. That's what I have it named. Yes, that's what I have it named. Anyway, that is everything there is to do with how you set up your bonfire, your level up statue. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and likes and shares and comments are always welcome. LordMaddog signing off.